breaking news. Zoo Fulani terrorists flaunt millions of worthless naira as proceeds made from their latest kidnapping business in Nigeria. Here are the news in details. Wonderful people of Biafra, lovers of freedom all over the world, you are welcome once again to Biafra Unite channel /television this very moment. Today's date is 3rd of October 2025, and I have some video clips for you. Biafrans and lovers of freedom, I want you to pay very good attention to this very news, because it's very, very important, I can assure you, my people. A very disturbing video has surfaced on the social media, or should I say is currently trending on all social media platforms, as how the Fulani terrorists are showcasing and flaunting some millions of worthless naira as proceeds made from their latest kidnapping business as ransom in the Zoological Republic of Animal Kingdom, Nigeria. Now, before playing that very video for every one of you, let us first of all read the report from Sahara Reporters. Listen, there's a video that was sent to me this morning. Someone sent me a video early this morning, and it happened to be one idiot. I don't even know who that person is. I don't even know his name. I've never seen his face before. I've never watched his video before. But unfortunately, I don't know how I mistakenly clicked that very message and the video opened. And I watched how idiotic some people could be. The useless animal claiming to have met Mazi Nnamdi Kanu somewhere at the airport in the past, trying to persuade Mazi Nnamdi Kanu to change the agitation to liberate Biafra into a political movement. So that very useless fool trying to ridicule the name and the work that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu has been doing, the fight to liberate his people. This very useless idiot who was speaking grammar across rock, and he crossed his leg, he's speaking grammar, trying to tag Mazi Nnamdi Kanu with the current insecurity that is going on in the zoo. And he said he's an Igbo man. And I want to tell him, no, but everybody suri Igbo bu onye Igbo. Not everybody that speaks Igbo is an Igbo man. Whether you are fluent, it doesn't matter. It is not a must that the only people who speak Igbo language are the Igbo people. Anybody who was born in Igbo land has 100% opportunity, so long as you are raised in the same Igbo land where you are born. You have 100% opportunity to speak Igbo language fluently, more than the Igbo people who were born outside Igbo land. So not everybody that speaks Igbo is an Igbo man. Oh yes, that is the reality. There are a lot of Fulani born youths in Igbo land, even their elders. You understand? Because they've been here for so long. So let me tell you something. That idiot who was speaking grammar, the idiot crossed his leg from his comfort zone when men are in the bush fighting for freedom. One useless fool crossed his leg, speaking from his comfort zone, tagging Mazi Nnamdi Kanu with bad image. Now, I want you to listen to this very news and listen very, very attentively, because I'm going to play you a video before the end of the broadcast. Now, pay attention as we proceed. I'll be reading from Sahara Reporters, just like as I said a couple of minutes ago. And as you can see, their title has said, "Terrorists continue terror campaign in Nigeria. Display ransom cash in viral video." These boys you see here are not Igbo people. They are not Biafrans. They are Fulani terrorists. We have a video to prove that. Now, you can see the date, October 3rd, 2025. It is a breaking news. The footage, which surfaced this week, has already gone viral online, garnering more than 600,000 views 14,700 likes, and 441 comments across multiple platforms, as verified by Sahara reporters. Despite repeated promises by the Nigerian government and security agencies to end terrorism and banditry, armed groups continue to openly flaunt ransom money collected from kidnapped Nigerians, mocking the state and terrorizing citizens in the process. The most recent example is a video uploaded by a notorious terrorist commander, Dangata Abba. You see, the worst part is that they all know their names. The government of the zoo, the security agents know their names, know where they are, and know the road that leads to where they are. But in the north, you can never see them bringing in all manner of equipment, including armor tanks and all kinds of assault rifles and Super Tucano fighter jet, even though they purchased the Super Tucano jet, to fight these terrorists. Yet they can never use it against them. Instead of them to go after them with those brand new equipment that they have acquired, rather they prefer bringing those equipment down to Biafraland to terrorize innocent Igbo people. And they will be having meetings, conversations, and even peace deals with these terrorists in the northern part of Nigeria. The videos are everywhere. Evidences abound. This is exactly what is going on, and there's some useless fools, some paid agents like Jovica, and his likes. There's another idiot that called himself Ebeku Edike. I've never seen a moron like this. Somebody who knows very well that he is nothing, absolutely nothing. Somebody who cannot even do, as in somebody who can't even sneeze when people are talking. Somebody that cannot sneeze when people are talking is the one hiding behind WhatsApp group, ranting and talking nonsense. Oh, look, when men are talking, he will be hiding under WhatsApp groups, ranting and talking nonsense. When men are in the bush fighting for freedom, buru AK na-arụ, na-aghọ mgbọ, na-aghọ ube, na-aghọ ogbunigwe. Oh, look, hide ya somewhere. Ọkọ nke o jikwa ega Finland, afụ ya na-agba ọsọ. Ọkọ nke o jikwa ego ụmụaka. Ọkọ nke o jikwa ebe Okigwe. Ọkọ nke o jikwa bụrụ ogbunigwe. Ọkọ nke o jikwa achụ igwe ihe ọsọ. Ofu abụrụ n'ezi idiot who has nothing to offer. The idiot has nothing to offer. How do you explain somebody that is not online? Somebody that is not, a media person. He's not a broadcaster. His phone number is not on social media. Nobody knows him. There's no way to reach him. Yet he's the one who is coming to give you the information and the details of the people that he claimed to have been kidnapped. He's the one giving you the information of how many cars that have been snatched. The people who are coming to and this same person is unknown. This person is not on media. His number is not on media. Nobody knows him. No single person knows him. But he has information. He's giving information of people that have been taken away, the cars that have been snatched, the names of the people, even the minute, the second. He will tell you the second that it happened. So ask yourself, how is he getting the information? When you make all these calculations, you see that this is just a nobody, a moron who is just talking on WhatsApp groups, and the people who are on social media are helping him to circulate his nonsense voices. Mad people everywhere. Mad people everywhere. So we are going to watch a video here to see if those people who are doing this are Biafran people, or whether they are Mazi Nnamdi Kanu boys or Simon Ekpa boys, as you people usually call them. Now they say, let me read this again. The most recent example is a video uploaded by a notorious terrorist commander, Dangata Abba, where he and his heavily armed gang members were seen displaying wads of cash allegedly collected as ransom from abducted victims. And these victims are Nigerians. I want you to remember that the victims in question are Nigerians. Now, the footage, which surfaced this week, has already gone viral online, garnering more than 600,000 views, 14,700 likes, and 441 comments across multiple platforms, as verified by Sahara Reporters. In July, Sahara Reporters reported how a terrorist operating in Kwara State took over the TikTok account of one of his abducted victims and used it to post videos from his forest hideout brazenly. The victim, a popular point of sale POS agent known as Yaman, was abducted in late June 2025, along with others in separate incidents across communities in Kwara State. They are not talking about it too. Jide and his criminal gang in TVC are not talking about it. These are the things that they should be talking about. At least in Yoruba, this one is happening in Yoruba land. So these are the things that they should be hammering at. Talking about it in a way that it should be they should be disturbing the so-called presidency with this type of news. But lo and behold, you won't hear them talk about it. It is only Biafra. Mad people everywhere. Sahara Reporters gathered that after a man's abduction, his abductor started making ransom demands and sending disturbing updates to family members through his WhatsApp account. So now, without further ado, let me show you the video in confirmation. Now this is the video. Onana fuego. Onana fuego. This is the video. Let us watch together. You see, they are. This is the same guy. You can see the same guy. You can see the same guy. They are flooding the money to show you. No, Mugu don't pay. You see, you don't need anybody to tell you that this is Fulani. You can see them. The way they showcase it with arrogance and laughing, mocking the so-called security agents or whatever they call themselves. And to make the matter worse, they know where they are. Are you paying attention? This is exactly what is going on in the Zoological Republic of Animal Kingdom, Nigeria. And Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is in detention. Finland has the heart, the liver, the temerity to jail an innocent man who said, I want my people to be free. Who said, I am tired of the killing of my people. And you have the nerves to put him in prison. Are you telling me that you are not aware of what Fulani terrorists are doing in Nigeria? Are you not asking Nigeria government questions? Why are they allowing the Fulani terrorists to operate freely and terrorize innocent Nigerians? While you are after a freedom fighter, a man who said, I want my people to be free. Why are you after him? While Fulani known terrorists, Boko Haram, Al-Qaeda in Maghreb, ISIS in West Africa, ISWAP, and all of them, they are freely operating in the northern part of the Zoological Republic of Animal Kingdom, Nigeria, and nobody is challenging them. But you are busy fighting and looking for a man that stays all the way in Finland. These are the questions Finnish authorities should be asking Nigeria or any ally country, mounting pressure on them to silence Maz Samanep and Joko. Very simple. Is Finland not aware that this same zoo terror sponsoring government flew all the way to Kenya to kidnap an innocent man, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, and brought him back to Nigeria? If they could fly to Kenya to kidnap an innocent man who is agitating for the freedom of his people, yet the likes of Bello Truji, Alero them, including the name of this one now that you are watching, they are all in Nigeria, operating in Nigeria. They are not able to arrest them or even to kidnap them and put them behind bars. They are not able to do that, but they are able to go to Kenya to kidnap an innocent man who is genuinely agitating for the freedom of his people. What does that tell you? That tells you that these real terrorists that are in Nigeria, operating in Nigeria, are sponsored by the Nigerian government. That's why they are not able to touch them. If they could fly to Kenya to kidnap an innocent man who in the first place nobody knew where he was, everybody was thinking that he was in England, in London. All of a sudden, Nigeria, got the information from the blue, out of nowhere, that he was in Kenya, and they have to go there and kidnapped him. What about these ones in Nigeria? What are they fighting for? What kind of arms do they have? And where are they getting the arms? Who are sponsoring them? Nigeria government cannot tell you who are sponsoring them. But every time they are pointing at innocent Igbo people claiming to be sponsors of IPOB, ESN, and BLA. But they don't know the sponsors of Boko Haram that have operated nearly 20 years in Nigeria. I want those idiots who claim to be advocates of one Nigerianese and politics, and they call themselves Igbos. I want them to pay attention and see this video. This is exactly what is going on in Nigeria. Thank you, my people. Tosalo numozia and make it go viral.
Jami'an tsaro ko ne aka yi Allah a ɗaukar mataki akan dabbobi don an zo ba a ga mutum ba a je a yi harbi. Ranar da dabbobi masu ta kare mu ma hakan Boko Haram ba. Ka aje bindiga baka da sanuwa, da wanda bai iya zuwa can. Idan ya tashi nan kusa zai yi ci ai wani ayi. Ya aka yi aka bashi, sai a ce horo ne. To a gaida gaba daya. Gaskiya ne. Haka dan uwan shi wanda ya karbi shi biyo shi ba ruwan. Amma dai na inda kuka aka yi kafa aka dangane har kano kai ja na zo kai abun da zai ya tura yayi kafa akara ko inda ba zaman lafiya na kai ma ana iya fandar to ni dai kun ji shawara ta don Allah ba ni sani ya kawo wannan korafi kuma hukumomin na karamar hukumar abin Allah don Allah su tsaya su tsakanin su da Allah kan su mu ma kuma za mu tsaya tsakanin su da Allah ba mu yi don wani kai ana shi kuke ta hana wani sai su ya su ta kanka sai ya dawo ya boye na shi ya gina wani wanda ka ga kamar kwanuka aka kama wani yaro suka ce a fice shi aka iya ni ma na ce to wasu ganin gudun ruwa da suka ba ba gobe ya yi don tabowa ake ana mai da martani abin ya hito a kuma zuciwa gaban kun ya kamata kuma muna kita mun suna jin daɗi ga Allah shi ba a hada mu ka ne ne
Hello? Ba za su ƙara wani abu ba. Ba shi wani.
Dukkan bayanai da ya kamata.
Yanzu batun shi kudin waken da aka yi mai kudi kace ya ba za ku ƙara wani abu ba sama.
Kuma daga ɓangaren gwamnati za mu bayani idan daga ɓangaren malamai ne da mun ɓangaren
Na'am. Lafiya lau alhamdulillah.
Bayani ya bayani
ba za ka zo ku gasa da shama
godiya ta tabbata da Allah wanda ya haɗa mu wannan guri domin
wato na
Dan bari ba ku bani miki.
Kana da wani
kira ne shi ya ku bani miki.
kana da wani wace
kuma ya zama dole mu yi
Da ba ni miki. Ba ni miki zan kira ka.
ɓangaren gwamnati ya yarda da wannan
Bari zan kira ka.
ba da jimawa ba za a fito da kwamiti wanda
Breaking news. Briggy, Biafran Republic government in exile vows to appeal Simon Ekpa's prison sentence as they have come out to claim that Finland caught Nigeria are scared of Biafra independence. And if you ask me, I will say that is true, because in reality have shown that they, the Finnish authority and international community, not just the Finnish authorities, the international communities, some powerful countries are scared of, a country from Africa, a country as powerful as Biafra gaining their full independence. But without wasting much of your time, let us go straight up to this particular news. Before we give you the important information we need to give you today, the news in detail. The Biafran Republic government in exile has said the Finland court and Nigeria are scared of Biafra. The reason for his Prime Minister Simon Ekpa's CCA jail sentence. This comes as the Biafran Republic government in exile Briggy vowed to appeal the sentence on Simon Ekpa, the acting Prime Minister of Biafran Republic government in exile. One of the acting Prime Minister, because as it stands, we have two different Prime Ministers and two different factions. So one of the Prime Minister, has disclosed this in an official statement on Thursdays. He said, in his words, this comes after the Ármý District Court in Finland, a court on Monday, September 1st, 2025, handed Ekpa a 6 years imprisonment jail term for terrorism-related offenses. The sentence had attracted reaction from the Nigerian government and the Nigerians in the last 48 hours. And up till now, so many people are still reacting to that. And, the reality is that despite the fact that the zoo government are claiming that they are happy, but the reality will soon dawn on them very soon. Let us continue with the news. However, the Biafran Republic government in exile Briggy under Nkere has described the Finland court judgment as a biased conclusion of judicial authority controlled by pressure from above. It stated that judgment is devoid of clarity between legitimate political activism, global free speech, and terrorism. According to the Biafran Republic government in exile, Ekpa was convicted by the Finnish court primarily for his social media activities advocating for Biafran independence over decades of marginalization post-Nigerian's civil war. The Biafran Republic government exile faulted the Finnish court's position that Ekpa's online posts were public incitement to commit crimes for terrorist purposes. According to the Biafran Republic government in exile, he disagreed with the Finnish court's assertion that Ekpa's equipped group with weapons, explosives, and ammunition through his network, noting that such a stance lacks circumstantial evidence and the rhetoric is influenced by pressure from the Nigerian government. The Biafran Republic government in exile said that it would mount pressure in Washington, D.C., United States of America over Biafran independence. And as I'm talking to you, the information that got to us is that they have already, started, going to Washington, D.C. concerning this whole issue of Biafran independence. And it will be talked in few days in their meeting, in their cabinet meeting. But let us continue with this particular information. Now that Europe understands clearly our case, we shall mount more pressure in Washington, D.C. We will appeal this court verdict, and our Prime Minister will join us later. convicting the Biafran independence icon. Simon Ekpa Njoku is guilty of committing terrorism offenses because of standing up for the voices of over 80 million Biafrans yearning for Biafran independence restoration is a shame to Finland integrity. The Biafran Republic government in exile, being the legal entity of Biafran independence, wishes to tell Biafrans globally that we have recorded another victory in European region. If you fight for the independence and the country you are fighting against don't gang up against you or get scared of you, then it means you have not started yet. Nigerian got scared of Biafran independence to the point that they had to call on all international communities to stop Biafran abroad from hosting media discussions about Biafran independence. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, a Biafran leader, was kidnapped in Kenya by Nigerian government because of the fear of Nigerian against Biafra independence. Amnesty International recorded that Nigeria Army unalived over 150 peaceful IPOB members in 2016 and over 1,000 were unalived between 2023 to 2025. All these reports are available in the social media. And even coming to that, I am still baffled and surprised that the report of the Amnesty International is not being looked at by the so-called international communities. And it is painful that Finland did not take that report seriously. A report coming from international community, from Amnesty International for that matter, a very powerful organization, a very powerful human rights organization, gave with evidence how the Nigerian army has unalived a lot of innocent Biafran, unarmed Biafran for that matter. And yet, the focus of the world, the focus of Finland, is to bring down Simon Ekpa for social media comments, claiming that his comment incited, act of terrorism, leading to the unaliving of so many. But we are coming to that. Finland on different occasions, failed the world, and their integrity has been brought to shambles. But let us round up with the news. Now, he said, at this point, the Biafran Independence Declaration call has been heard in European court. They are now aware of what Biafra means. Every Biafran should be happy that we have come this far, reaching out to the International European Commission through the imprisonment of our brigade leader, Simon Ekpa Njoku. Biafrans will increase momentum in making sure that our sovereignty is regained after this great victory in Finland, with Nigeria working together. Brigade Prime Minister Simon Ekpa is just our voice and eye to the world, while Biafrans back home will restore Biafra fully. We are ready. Now that Europe understands our case clearly, we shall mount more pressure in Washington, D.C. The Biafran Republic government in exile will appeal this court verdict, and our Prime Minister will join us late. He finally said the Ármý District Court in Finland has sentenced Simon Ekpa, a former Lati councillor, to 6 years in prison after convicting him of terrorism-related crimes, aggravated tax fraud, and breaching Finland Lawyers Act. Well. You have heard and you know what this whole thing entails and how it's going to end. For those of you who still feel that the zoo have won, over Simon Ekpa, for those of you who feel that they have defeated Simon Ekpa in court, you're wasting your time, because it is just a matter of time. The whole world will mount pressure in Finland, because Finland has actually disappointed a lot of people, coming out from a country who is known, for defending the freedom of others, a country who got their own, independence the same way and same manner in which Biafrans are fighting for theirs. It is actually shameful that they had to rebel this young man just because of their gain from the zoo government. But at the end, it's as simple as that. At the end, victory will come for the freedom of Biafrans. Thank you once again for joining us on this wonderful YouTube channel. Do not forget to do the needful by sharing this video and information to every Biafran so that they will know the stand that we are in, and that they will know that we are not giving up on the Prime Minister Simon Ekpa Njoko. God bless you.